Alright, welcome to another video where today we are working on the same breeding project except we are leveling them up. So it's a little bit less about the breeding portion of the project and the leveling up portion of the project. So something else that's a little bit different about today's recording is I learned a little bit more about OBS Studio settings, and I learned how to turn off disable my desktop audio. So I'm actually listening to music right now, and I did a couple test recordings, and you guys were not able to hear the music I was listening to, so hopefully I'm able to listen to music in peace and still make these recordings without getting copyrighted and demonetized, because I'm not trying to steal other people's content, put it in my video. I'm just trying to listen to some tunes and have a good vibe in the background while y'all are watching me game. So to finish the intro really quick, I just wanted to say this video will be about how I train my Neptiliuses, because I've actually found a more efficient way to train my Neptiliuses up to level 65 while I'm doing this breeding project at the very least. So hopefully we'll be taking some Neptiliuses from pretty much level 1, I was going to say 0, but there's no such thing. Some of these guys are really low levels, so these guys are pretty much, alright, let's do this. Since these guys are all level 65, let's switch them back out for my party pals. That one's a little bit hard to tell because I just have a Neptilius as my party pal, but look at that, that's 1 through 10 done, and then I think that's 21 through 30 done, so that's only 10 more that need to be taken to the oil rigs and leveled up. And this one used to be a breeder Neptilius, for anyone who's wondering why this one is so much higher of a level. But then that's also 26 Neptilius is fully condensed, and only 3.5 more to go. Is that not crazy? I almost have this entire raid army complete and ready to use. But something I did realize is I think I want to go back, and every night that I AFK my Pal World in real life, I want to start putting the Bastigors back in my party overnight, because these guys all have a trust level 10, and I'd like to start working some of these guys to have and gals to have a slightly higher trust level. Some of them have 10 and don't need the help, but some of them are not trust level 10 yet, and then a lot of the Neptiliuses are pretty low trust level. A lot of them are 0 right now, and then the ones that I've taken to the rig are varying levels. Some of them are 3, some of them are 4, some of them are 7. So this, let us find what, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, yeah, I mean that's a little bit weird, but let's get it done. Let's check it out. This is how you guys are about to see how I train my Neptiliuses. Alright, so that is 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. They should be, okay, so let's start with the first floor. There's a bunch of stuff on the first floor that will be giving them EXP. As you can see in the upper left-hand corner, these guys and gals are already leveling up as soon as I put them in my party. So lots of EXP to be had. I've been smelting a ridiculous amount of ingots lately. Smelting ores to make ingots, excuse me. And my storage is kind of lackluster, my storage for ingots. So I've actually just been needing to burn ingots lately. So I've just been making like a bunch of random piles of nails. I don't even need nails, but they burn up ingots, and that's what I've been trying to do. Also figure having the music on, oh lord, having the music on will maybe hopefully help me talk a little bit louder. It's a little bit distracting, I can't lie, for sure. As much as I enjoy it, it's a little bit distracting, but hopefully I feel like I'm talking over the music, and I feel like I have to speak up a little bit, because I'm normally a pretty quiet person and a pretty quiet gamer, so forcing me to speak up a little bit probably wouldn't be the worst as far as entertainment purposes go. I also turned up the game volume a tiny bit, because it just sounded really, really quiet in earlier recordings, I believe. Just all the recordings I make, it sounds pretty quiet, but nice. So then I go over here to the giant furnaces I was talking about, and then yeah, I've still got, I had 2.6 million ore, so I've been cutting it down quite a bit, but I still have a lot. I still have a lot of ore. I have over 1 million, so I just keep smelting and smelting and smelting the ore to make ingots, and it's just worth so much EXP. If you guys couldn't tell, I've also got the growth acceleration bells on, so that all of these Neptiliuses are earning more EXP than they would normally. And then, as you guys can tell, my ingots and charcoal storage is pretty full at the moment, so it's just lackluster. I need to design it a little bit better, to be fair. Yeah, pretty lackluster if you guys couldn't tell. How much plasteel or crude oil do I have? How much does it take again? Alright, yeah, I don't really want to do that. I'll go back to ingots. And then this is just mostly what I do, guys, to upgrade my Neptiliuses, or pretty much the Bastigors as well. I just go from my first floor all the way to my 5th floor, and I just manage a lot of my facilities, and that's what I got the pals for. I worked really, really hard for a really long time to get a bunch of optimized pals in my base. It took a really long time of catching and breeding for the passes and to get them fully condensed as well, but man, it feels like such a reward to be able to just run up and down my base and to be able to just activate so many different working facilities and just have so much EXP be going off in the background. I guess I will barely have enough space for this, so I can do it. Yeah, actually a little bit more than barely, but this workload is smaller, and I believe the higher the workload, the more EXP you get. So that workload is a lot smaller, but it's still EXP, so I don't mind. And then up here, I'm just going to tend to the Neptilius eggs really quickly before I send some pals out on an expedition as well, because that's passive resources. Right now, I still don't know if I want to go to the Syndicate oil rig and catch a bunch of NPCs to finish condensing my Zoe or not, because that's a breeding project I have as well that I'm looking forward to sharing. Looking for a King of the Waves, by the way, guys. If I see a King of the Waves passive, then that's super helpful. I'm looking for that, and if I don't, then I'm gonna use these Neptiliuses to be condensed anyways. So better have King of the Waves, or else I'm gonna condense you. And then I know this may be boring and kind of tedious, but this is all part of the process, leveling up the Neptiliuses, developing the raid army, so to speak. But it's so funny that how EXP works. That 54 hasn't leveled up even once, but those other Neptiliuses that started at like level 8 are level 40. Isn't that crazy how that works? Went up 32 levels while the other one didn't even go up 1 level. Didn't even go up like half of a level. Isn't that crazy? They're still moving. It's just interesting how EXP works. And then I've also been breeding Heartilises because I would like to get a Heartilis with Savior, Serenity, Demon God, and Diamond Body. That sounds like an optimally balanced Heartilis, because I think it's already ridiculously fast with great stamina, so these are all just fodder. Those are all just to be condensed. I don't need to check them. So I think it's already really fast with a lot of stamina, so I don't think it needs to be condensed. Nice. I needed that earlier, and I just absolutely could not get one for the longest time. Let's see. Savior, 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 Savior. So nothing new on those Heartilises. I was just trying to pay attention to that. Anything new on these? Savior, Savior? No. Pick these two up. Drop them off really quick, and then on the way to the condensation chamber, we pick this one up, drop it off. I'll have to figure out some non-copyrighted channels eventually. I'd love to share the music I'm listening to, but I feel like that's kind of the problem. If you want to listen to good music, your own taste of music, then that artist normally, in my case, in my perspective, normally does not allow their music to be recorded and distributed for free like that. Alright, so this is the 5th floor. This doesn't give us EXP, but it's still a necessary part of the process. I'll just wait, actually. First 3 pals come out, and then I'm going to put 3 more in. If anyone wonders why I'm standing right in front of the disassembly machine and running in circles, is because I want to collect all of these materials before my pals do, because my pals will put it in the just in a storage location that I don't want. I was thinking of getting 2,000 dog coins so that I don't have to do the so that I don't have to catch 50 NPCs, but at the same time, I don't know, I think it might actually just be worth it to catch the NPCs. So I'm still fighting with that in my head, whether I should just get to 2,000 dog coins and spend them, or just get to 2,000 dog coins and keep them, because I feel like dog coins are pretty rare, not rare, excuse me, they're very easy to get, they're not rare. They're very valuable, they're worth a lot in my opinion. Did we finish any of this? No, okay. They're pretty valuable, so it's kind of worth holding on to them, you know. I had to, when the new armor set came out, I had to do a little bit of a grind, an expedition grind. I had to do quite a few expeditions before I had enough dog coins to buy a legendary schematic. So for each set of armor, because they costed 780 a piece. So I definitely like having dog coins on deck. That sounds cool. So as you guys can see, just tending to all the facilities within my base, and that's getting me an optimal amount of whatchamacallit, an optimal amount of EXP, excuse me. Luckily it's only been 12 minutes, so it hasn't been that long. This isn't my main way of getting EXP, because this does not work very well once you get to the higher levels. As you guys can see, my level 54 Neptilius hasn't leveled up even once. So this is not an appropriate way of getting EXP for, like, you know, I'd say level 55 to 65 for sure is when it doesn't work anymore. But that is what the second half of the video will be for. Not second half, the much larger half, because I'll probably do this run several times within this video. Because that is the point of this video. It's how I get the Neptilius up to 65. Honestly, it's just a bit of a grind. I just go back and forth a couple times. And back and forth to the oil rig. But I made a really large change since the last time I did a video on the oil rig. Last time I did a video on the oil rig, I was going to the level 60 oil rig, and it just takes so much time and energy and resources to clear that rig. And I'm almost positive, I don't want to say this because this is a very heavy statement here unless I'm 100% sure, I'm pretty sure they're worth the same amount of EXP. I think there's more NPCs on the level 60 rig, and that's where you would get more EXP. But I think, like, the dudes are level 50 and level 55 and level 56. They look like they're worth right around the same amount of EXP to me when I'm clearing the rigs. I'm like, I can't tell if one rig gives more EXP than the other. Then hey, I would be unaware. I would not be aware of that. So I've started clearing the level 55. Is it level 50 or level 55? I've started clearing that rig instead, and as I was saying earlier, why this is much more efficient, especially while I'm breeding, is because I'll go clear the level 55 rig, I'll come back into my base, I'll collect all of my eggs from the incubators, I'll collect them from the breeding farm and move them to the incubators, I'll manage all of my workstations, and then the rig will have been respawned already. So then I get to fight the rig again, which is very nice, because I just get more EXP all over again. And then I come back, I tend to my breeding projects, I tend to my working stations. Next thing you know, the rig has spawned again. So that's probably what I'll be doing in this video. Last time I did a 2-hour video, and it was like the entire 2 hours was spent on the level 60 rig. And it was just like a really long, really grueling video where I used a ton of bullets and took a lot of damage to my armor, and it took a lot of voice is cooked, I'm gonna have to sit Bev soon. Used a lot of resources, and it was just, I just don't think that's the most efficient way to do it. I think there's a more optimal way to do it. So I've started doing it this way, and I would like to share that I've slightly changed my process because this is working a little bit better for me. Alright, I'm sipping Bev. I will not suffer through another voice crack. It's getting more and more embarrassing each time. Bev of the day, ice water, shocker, shocker. If you're a follower of the channel or of my videos, you know I'm an ice water kind of guy. Wait, does that take plasteel? Oh, it does. I thought it took PAL ingots. This one takes PAL metal ingots. Rats. What else does you? I guess you as well. What about do you? No. Alright. Now let's hurry up and get to the raid. On the oil rig. Level 55 oil rig. I know I've been talking about in my, okay, hold on, let me sit Bev actually. Goodness, hopefully that'll help. Anyways, I know I've been talking about in my last couple of videos a lot lately about flying from place to place so that I can find dungeons and skill fruit trees that I haven't marked more easily. And, well, I have 5 pals that can swim. I have 5 swimming mounts, which means I have 0 other mounts. They are not ground mounts. I mean, they're technically, they still walk on the ground, they just suck. They like slither, they swim. So they move very slowly on the ground. They are still ground mounts. So when I'm doing this rig, I actually like to let this guy know where I am. I like to activate him because now that he's aggroed, the entire rest of the rig starts coming this way. And I don't know, let me show you guys my equipment really quick. I took off my multi-climate undershirt because I've actually been in perfect weather most of this video. And then I go life pendant and health pendant because those have been, geez, that's let him bot me while I was trying to explain my gear. Because those have been the most efficient for me. But, I mean, my goodness, guys. Just, are you guys seeing this? How quick I'm wiping these losers out? I should have showed you guys my settings before this, but I rock default settings. I don't have any of the settings changed at all. I don't drop loot when I die, so I've definitely changed that setting. And then I believe that's it. I'm pretty sure that's the only setting I've changed. Oh, the pals, of course. I've made it so that I can use 40 pals in my base instead of 15. 40 instead of 15. You're supposed to spawn a leaf sunk, aren't you? I thought the one behind the stairs. Oh, you're just gonna get stuck behind the wall and let me eliminate you nice and easily? Cool, thank you. I mean, guys, look at this. I have not adjusted any damage to entity settings. They do just as much damage to me as they always have, and I do just as much damage to them as you're supposed to, as you know, the developers intend for. So that's crazy. That's crazy how easy this rig is compared to the level 60 rig. That level 60 rig is so difficult, and this one is such a cakewalk. It's so ridiculously easy. I don't know if I said earlier, there's normally a chest over there, but I just recently raided this rig within the last hour. So all of the turrets and chests may be missing from the rig right now. But I plan to raid this rig more than once in this video, so it'll probably be respawned the second time I go to hit the rig. I hope having music on in the background that I can hear that you guys can't doesn't allow me to get lazy with my commentary, because I don't ever want to just be, I mean, I guess it wouldn't be the worst. A lot of people enjoy watching no commentary videos, but I would never just want to be a video that normally has good commentary and good vibes, and then just because I'm listening to music and tunes, I'm just dead quiet. You guys just watching me game. No, I'll try to constantly be thinking about commentating my gameplay and communicating my thought process as I'm playing. Shoot, I probably should have mentioned, that's just my favorite place of entry on this rig. Down below this little, hold on, let me go all the way over there actually. If I crouch, can I fit through that? Nice, I was being stubborn. I did not need to fit through that gap, but I really wanted to. Alright, so as you guys saw earlier, I entered this stock with the Neptilius. Even if I'm using Jet Dragon and 4 other pals, or Xenolord and 4 other pals, water mount or flying mount, I like to enter from that location, because as you guys saw, it's really easy to aggro this guy, and then everyone from the whole freaking rig starts heading towards this direction, and it's really easy to eliminate everyone super efficiently that way, because you pull them all onto this side of the rig, and then it's pretty hard to find yourself at a bad angle when you get that many kills that early on. That's like half of the rig's firepower right there. So if you can eliminate half of the rig's firepower just by entering from an advantageous angle and aggroing the right NPC, I find that extremely efficient. And me personally, I always try to do that. If anyone wonders why I catch leaf bunks, because when you're making certain elixirs, wow, really? A level 6? Really? Alright. Wasn't it a headshot too? It was a critical? Yeah, we're escaping 80%? Really? 81% we're escaping. Anyways, if anyone's wondering why I catch leaf bunks, and leaf bunks is because I don't have 12 of them yet, so there's still an EXP bonus when I catch them. But leaf bunk ignises, I have caught 12 of those, so there's no EXP bonus. You know what? Crap, I'm an idiot. I think one of those guys spawns a leaf punk if you don't kill them super quickly like I just did. Whoops. I should not have done that. But to make elixirs in the medicine bench, some of them, a certain elixir, I forget which one, okay? I forget the flamethrower can blow that up. I forget which elixir requires a leaf punk crest, but indeed, a leaf punk crest is required. Why I'm being careful, and I would really like to catch that leaf bunk. I'm being careful not to kill him. Whatever, at least that one wasn't like 1 health. The leaf bunk Ignis was like 1 health. Really fended it off when there was a 74%. Alright. See, 10 out of 12, so I still need 2 more leaf bunks. Crap, dude, I'm almost positive one of those guys spawns a leaf bunk. I could be wrong, but someone does. Also, I took my sweet time because I took my sweet time getting back to this rig because I reset my servers before restarting this recording. So all of that is just to say the rig might reset halfway through my run because it resets like every hour, and I think it's been the loot and the turrets, excuse me. And then when the loot and the turrets reset, like all the chests and all of these turrets reset, the NPCs respawn as well. Whether you've killed them 1 second ago or whether you've killed them 10 minutes ago, they'll respawn. So that's all just to say, if this entire rig resets and respawns halfway through me raiding it, that's why. Because I've already cleared it 30 minutes ago. So only the NPCs have respawned, which that's what I was talking about earlier. That's why I like this rig so much better than the level 60 rig, is because I clear it, and then by the time I go back to base and come back here, all the NPCs have respawned again. It doesn't take me an hour and a half to clear this rig. It takes me probably 10 or 20 minutes, and I swear I'm getting just as much EXP from these syndicate hunters, these syndicate crushers, these syndicate gunners, veterans, interceptors, and it feels like they do so much less damage to me. And am I blind? Where's this guy shooting me from? That's crazy. Hold on, is he's in the thing, right? No, he's somehow... Alright, well. But yeah, I just got 61,000. I mean, how much XP did I just get from killing one guy, you know? Oh, wait. Did the rig just reset? No, but that guy respawned, didn't he? Felt like that guy respawned. Anyways. I think I need to catch... Oh, that was really, really dumb. That was really, really dumb. I literally said it was dumb, and I kept doing it halfway through. Whoops. I need to catch an Incineram knocked, because I don't think I have 12 just yet. That was really dumb. I should not have stood there and went head... Oh, I did have 12. Never mind. I should not have stood there and went head-to-head with him. I don't think I had any shield, and I still chose to go head-to-head for some reason. Yeah, as you guys can see, the chest is here, but oh lord, I'm not paying attention at all. Where did I activate these guys already? Yeah, it was one of these guys, that's why. Gotcha. Anyways, I recently acquired that chest, so has not reset yet. Luckily the NPCs reset, so oh, is that from the Wixens? Wixens can drop those, can't they? Please don't shoot me, I just got my shield back. I think Wixens can drop those, but I keep harping on that. I keep saying that over and over and over. Oh look, there's the turrets. The turrets just reset. Or wait, never mind, I'm lying. I never destroyed those turrets on the last run. Excuse me. But I keep harping on that point because I think that's just such a cool mechanic that's so valuable. To be able to come back and to shoot certain NPCs again, to get another elimination off of them, to get even more EXP, just feels extremely valuable. Yeah, see, all of these turrets are still destroyed, so never mind. I was incorrect about their rig resetting. Should be an NPC right here. And then there should be an NPC right here as well. Two of them actually. This is why I don't destroy these turrets though, if you guys were unaware. Normally I come over here, I kill this guy. I'm at full shield, by the way, guys. Pay attention to my shield to see how much damage I take. I kill that first guy. I kill the second guy. Guys, look at my shield. Standing dead still with 1, 2, 3, 4 turrets shooting at me. And I've been hit 1 time. Look at my shield. I've been hit 1 time. Standing dead still. So if you guys are wondering why I don't destroy those turrets, it's because, oh, it's funny, they're actually hitting me way more on my way out. But it's because I just don't really take a lot of damage from them most times. The other ones, it feels like I'm in the middle of a fight. So oh, the rig just reset. Yep, look, everyone just respawned, how funny. So sometimes you just have to be careful about where you are on the rig when the rig does that, because you can get cornered and freaking 20 NPCs. Yeah, look, a bunch of NPCs are gonna respawn right now. I'm not in a super optimal angle, but alright, let me collect this chest. And I'm gonna go this way. Wow, everyone respawned. That's hilarious. You know what? Honestly, that's really good, because that's what we're here for. We're here for EXP, so there we go. If I can pull everyone this way, that'll be super helpful. There you go. Look at this, guys. I mean, so that was 500,000 EXP right there. Did y'all see that? How valuable? Oh crap. I think I could cheese that. Nope, he's gonna let it go. My turn. See, these guys just don't do enough damage, versus if you're on the level 60 rig and it respawns like that, you gotta jump off the rails and like go around. Go back to like one of the little docks over there. You cannot stay on and reposition. I mean, you could if you're nasty, but I suck at this game, so I have to jump all the way off the rig and reset when this happens on the level 60 rig, but when this happens on the level 55 rig, it's just a pleasant surprise. It's like, oh, I get to kill all these guys again, so it's like double EXP. I'm getting double the EXP, and then what's also cool is that the treasure chests are back now. Now all the loot is here, so not only do I get all this EXP twice, but I also get the loot. This is actually optimal. This is actually really good. Alright, that got really chaotic looking. I ended up not taking that much damage, but my screen was looking pretty chaotic. I mean, are you guys watching these Neptiliuses in the upper left corner? The amount of EXP I'm gaining is ridiculous. And I think that means if I pay enough attention, I can go back and catch those leaf pumps. Non-Ignis variants, the regular variants, because, oh nice, the chest is in here this time. See, you guys were just, whoever was watching and paying attention, the chest was just over there, open, remember? And I was commenting on it, I was like, oh, I'd opened it already so it hadn't respawned. Now the chest is over there, so officially respawned. See, did you drop a technical manual this time? Nice. You guys all respawn, but you're in funny angles. I don't know why. You just spawn and re there the whole time. I only have 24 bullets. I needed like 9. I think that was. Man. This is not a bad angle to raid from either, because there's a platform down here as well. A little dock, if you will. And sometimes I take this dock and I take it up these stairs, and I do the same thing as when I raid at the platform from over there. I just aggro one guy on the staircase so that everyone starts coming this way, and then I normally hang out on that little staircase. But it's been so long since I started the raid from that angle that I kind of forgot to do that earlier when the ship respawned. Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to be able to hit him because Yormonside Ignis was going to tank all the shots. Alright. He did his little slither animation, that's why it gets so chaotic. I think when it's making me press F to pick up the oil, or the loot, excuse me, it's because it's loot of someone who's been killed on a previous run, not this run. Could be mistaken about that, but we'll see. How funny. Syndicate Hunter coming down the stairs. Nice. I like this schematic, even if it's a low level one. I just like having as many of that schematic as possible. Even though I already have a multi-guided missile launcher schematic in Legendary, I'm still just thankful to get more of that schematic. It just feels like a very valuable schematic. Could be wrong, I don't know. It's one of my favorite weapons in the game. See, all the turrets have respawned. Did I see a gunner down here? Why did I keep seeing a gunner down here? Yeah. I would like to eliminate said gunner. Normally you can hit mofos. Ah, there it is. Through the platform. There it is. 57,000 EXP. I feel like that's as much as you're getting from those guys on the level 60 rig as well, you know? So, it's interesting to me. Alright. Let's get out of here. Get moving. Alright, run us rig right back, even though I'm sure most of the Syndicate idiots have already headed this way. There should still be a couple areas that we can't clear, or can clear, excuse me. I'm glad I don't have to catch any more Incineram knocks. I don't like those fools. Can't even lie, I just don't. Not an Incineram knock fan. Not an Incineram fan either. It's not the coolest pal in the game, what can I say? Put that fireball away. What you doing? Knock that off. I don't know how the EXP works particularly, because as you guys have seen, this guy has only leveled up about 5 times. Well, these guys have leveled up about, what, 49 times? Freaking 40 times, right? But I had some Neptiliuses. Oh, can I really not hit that guy at all? I had some Neptiliuses that were level 64, and I took some screenshots for this specific reason. I wanted to show it. But I had some, wow, really, I thought I would have been able to kill him in that mag. I'm honestly pretty embarrassed now. Anyways, had some Neptiliuses that were level 64, and I took them to this rig, and they needed about 3.4 million EXP to reach level 65. And after killing everyone that there was to kill on this rig, and catching every pal that there was to catch, I had just barely reached level 65 with, what, I think 3 NPCs were left over at the end of the raid. I think I killed a crusher, a hunter, and then a cleaner at the end. So I think, again, I don't know, 3.4 million EXP probably looks a lot different on a level 1 Neptilius than it does on a level 64 Neptilius, but when 3.4 million EXP was needed, 3.4 million EXP was gained from this rig run. So this oil rig gives a pretty valid amount of EXP. It's the only point I was trying to make. Especially if you can hit it twice, especially if it freaking resets in the middle of you hitting it, then it's really worth a lot of EXP, isn't it? And we'll probably just go home after this, hurry up and tend to the base as well as the breeding chores, and then come right back, honestly. Try to see if I can hit it twice within an hour. I think this video will still be slightly over an hour, but I wasn't trying to make it under an hour. I'd be fine to make this a 2-hour long video if needed to get the Neptiliuses to level 65. I thought maybe that would be pretty cool to get Neptiliuses from level 1 all the way to level 65, which unfortunately I think the lowest level Neptilius in this group already started at level 8. So I don't think anyone from this group is going from level 1 to 65. That's weird. There's normally a person right there. Again, I normally don't destroy these turrets because they normally don't bug me, but I'm going to destroy them right now just so that they're not bothering me when I come back. I'm going to reload right in front of this goober. Eliminate said goober, and then okay, go that way because there's more people that way. Let's go check it out. Let's go finish this raid. Now, so as you guys just saw, now I think the loot will reset in 1 more hour again. Because the loot just reset and I acquired it. So I think now I'm going to go back to, finish this raid and go back to base, which will take about 30 minutes. And then when I come back and finish this raid 1 more time, it'll probably be just about resetting again on my second trip back to the base, if that makes any sense. I don't know if I explained it that well. It just resets about every 1 hour, so about every 2 trips to this base it's resetting. So it normally resets when I'm at the very end of my second raid, which is normally pretty helpful chronologically. It's normally pretty helpful time-wise. Works out sequentially. I hope that word works there. I really like that word. Sequential. Things happen in a sequence, but I haven't looked up the exact definition of that word in a long time, so it could be slightly confusing. I was just gonna shoot that guy, and then walk away. I forgot this chest over there. Gotta get the PAL fluids from the Gobfin, and come over here and pick up this chest. Then hit a reload. And then we'll grapple. So interesting they haven't fixed that yet. It's so funny to me. Just when you're on the yellow paint, you get painted yellow. It's funny. Yeah, I'm glad I came back this way. There's so many more NPCs this way. I actually don't have my defense pendant on or any of my goblins with me. So I'm actually suffering from a pretty large defense drop right now. I think let's see, 1335, yeah, 1735 when I put my pendant on. And then I bet it's even larger, much higher boost when I have my goblins with me. So these guys are hitting me a lot harder than they normally do. But at the same time, it is still not very hard at all. Sorry guys, I had some crumbs underneath where my mouse was, which is weird. I stopped eating at my gaming setup a long time ago. I tried it. I tried it so many times when I first started gaming and when I first got my gaming setup. And everyone I talked to was like, oh no, I eat right in front of my PC. I eat right in front of my keyboard. All of this, ra-da-da-da-da. And yeah, I cannot eat without spilling. Apparently, I'm a toddler. See, I told you guys. I was trying to tell. Oh man, I'm not paying attention. Let me slow down and pay a little bit closer attention. That guy up top, I should not have killed him right away because I need to capture. Oh, is that a dark laser? I should not have reloaded. I should have just avoided that. I needed to capture more leaf punks, and he spawns a leaf punk if you just shoot him, if you don't kill him. That's what I was talking about earlier for anyone who was paying attention. See, because I need one more leaf punk. But anyways, yeah, man, I tried it. I tried it for like 3 to 6 months, and freaking every time, dude, I'm like always spilling some rice or some. Oh, that's the last leaf punk I need if I can catch it instead of killing it. Got some. Just even like I'll be eating chicken fingers and some grease from what I'm eating. I'll accidentally touch a key with a finger I sworn wasn't greasy yet, or I don't know, something. I'm just, dude, the one time I brought soda up here, I spilled it on my keyboard and mouse mat. I was like, oh my god. And it was a dark soda too, and I have a light colored keyboard mat, so it's like this giant brown stain. Does he spawn anything if you don't kill him right away? I don't think so. No, he doesn't. He just shoots you in the face with a rocket. Nice. So it's just this giant brown soda stain, and I'm just like, man, it's just a constant reminder of apparently what a messy eater I am. So I would like to think I'm a responsible, clean, hygienic, well-mannered, non-messy eating ass adult, but apparently I'm not. Apparently I make a giant mess every time I eat, so I was just making way too large of a mess at my gaming setup every time I was trying to eat up here. So I actually stopped eating at my gaming setup over a year ago, and constantly there's like little dust and hair and particles under my mouse. I'll be moving my mouse around, and normally it glides really smoothly. Sometimes I'll feel like a little bit of a crunchy feeling. And then when it is not gliding smoothly, that's how you know. You gotta clean your keyboard and mouse mat. Killed it before it could even turn around. Sheesh. I swear the Syndicate Crushers always spawn big pals that can tank for them. You guys are cowards. You're the tankiest people on the entire rig and you still choose a pal to tank for you. This is why I have to come punish y'all and y'all's pals. Y'all are selfish, morally unjust. But stop, I did not mean to do that. Alright, I think that was the entire rig. Alright, yeah, nice. Oh wait, no, I missed one chest. And maybe, I was going to say one guy with a leaf bunk, but I don't think it matters because I think I have 12 now, so I won't get an EXP boost from catching those. I know I'm not going to get anything good from this treasure chest, but may as well. It just feels wasteful not to hit it, even though I'm literally coming right back. I kind of just want to show an accurate description. Yeah, see, there's still a couple dudes over here. Unfinished business. A little bit of EXP. 57 is a lot, and then another 57, right? Yeah, another 57, and then I bet there's another 57 in that back corner right there too with the cleaner. Or a little bit less or a little bit more because it's a cleaner. could have sworn that guy spawned a leaf punk one time, but I guess not. Okay, 57 again. Let's go. So look, the level 60 Neptilius literally gets less EXP. It got 46 instead of 47. I'm pretty sure. So, I really don't know how that works. Do lower levels have like an EXP multiplier that gets removed the higher the level? That sounds kind of backwards. Sounds like the higher level should be a multiplier to help you out, but that's all good. Alright, so let's go back to the base under construction because that's where I have some extra breeding farms. And then, or wait, excuse me, no, that's not what we can do. Let's see. Oh Lord. I tried to put Neptilius away in time. No comment. No comment. That's funny, a cowardly victim had bread as an item though. Alright, Bev real quick for sure. Alright, well, that run ended up taking a long time because it literally reset at the end of the run, but it's all good. It's about how long 2 runs would take right there. I did about 2 runs. This, I just munch. This one I check all really quick, I deliver, uncheck all, allow POW eggs, and then this base. Who y'all listen to as far as music and artists? I'm listening to, I've been hearing a little bit of The Weeknd and Khalid and Rod Wave, and then I just downloaded this really large playlist one day of lo-fi and I think it was called like coffee shop music or something, and I don't know why, but now I just have over 1,000 songs. Well, of course I know why, because I downloaded the album or whatever. Or the playlist. It was someone else's playlist that was like lo-fi and coffee shop vibes or something like that. And I'm kind of rambling here, but I just have a ton of really chill, like elevator, fall, winter themed songs. I don't know, they have like really good instrumentals. They're like smooth jazz, like, I don't know. I don't even know what, that's what I'm trying to articulate, I guess. I don't even know what to call this genre of music I've fallen upon, but I'm so happy I downloaded that random playlist. I didn't know whose it was. I don't know any of the artists in the playlist. The artists and the music and the genre is pretty new to me, but I've been enjoying it a lot, so been pretty happy about that. I'll just be chilling, and like I said, I'll be listening to like The Weeknd and Khalid and more popular artists that are more well known, and then just some song with really good instrumentals and great vibes comes on, gives me a lot of positive energy hearing the music, makes me feel calm. I'm like, what is this? And I look down and it's just some random lo-fi artist. I'm like, oh, that's from Coffee Shop Vibes playlist. I want to go to that coffee shop. I don't know where that coffee shop would be. Good vibes. An earthquake? What's going on? Oh, was I in the wall? Alright, I guess I was stuck in the wall, and I was like, why are we vibrating? Gentlemen? I was like saying hi to them, those are the homies. Alright, let's see if we get any passives that are not Savior. That's what we're looking, or any diamond passives that are not Savior. No. Pretty soon here, I'm going to put in 2 Heartilises with just Philanthropist, so that all I have to look for is diamond passive, not diamond passive. That way, wow, it's so funny, I got 0 with 4 passives for the longest time, and now I've gotten a bunch. Whoops. Let's see. The next one I'll do, yeah, I'll do electric for this one. Wow, that's hilarious. I fully condensed the beacons, so I did over 116 beacons, not being able to find one with 4 diamond passes, and now they're hitting left and right. How funny. Let's check these, as well as change out those eggs really quick, and we get right back into it. We're gonna go hit the raid again. Not Savior. Is there anything that is not Savior? No, they all say Savior. Wait, I had 2 more eggs, didn't I? Yes, I did. Also, another thing about when you're going out to the level 60 rig is on the Faybreak Island where you have to depart, or where it's most optimal to depart to reach the level 60 oil rig, it's not perfect weather. So even though it's something super small, having to switch out the multi-climate thermal can just be one more step to an already pretty tedious adventure, and, you know, avoiding as many extra steps as possible on a time-consuming, energy-draining, tedious adventure is almost always optimal. I don't think I'm going to be able to get King of the Waves on a Neptilius before I'm finished condensing, making enough Neptiliuses to fully condense all 30 of them. So that's a bummer. I think I'm going to have to put it on a Yakumo and try to get it that way. Because I've gotten Diamond Body, I've gotten Demon no, that's a lie, I haven't gotten Demon Body yet. I've gotten Swift like 10 times, I've gotten Diamond Body like twice. I've gotten Remarkable Craftsmanship 3 or 4 times. And then I got Heart of the Immovable King like 2 or 3 times, which broke my soul. I thought that was King of the Waves when I saw it. But I was going for Sleek Stroke and Ace Swimmer, but I think both of those are in the surgery table now. So I was like, oh, alright, great. Nope, just Savior. Alright, let's go do a little bit of condensing, and then we'll switch that out, and then we'll go on another oil rig run really quick. Geez, 7 more. Nice. Is that 3 or 2 more left? Wow, only 3 more. That's ridiculous. So close to being finished condensing 30 Neptiliuses. Wow. That's going to be like 2 nearly fully trained raid armies we'll have, because once I get their trust to level 10, all of them, then I will consider them fully trained. That's ridiculous. I'm so thankful about that. I'm so excited. I think I'm definitely also still excited to try out some different variants of raid armies in the future to see if I like Vampiric better or Diamond Body better, because that's a pretty commonly held debate, Vampiric or Diamond Body. So definitely interested to try that out. No, that's not what I meant to do. Get up. Probably could have just slept through the night, but I already AFK in real life, so I already have way more days on this world than I've actually spent. So as silly as that sounds, I don't want this world to say 10,000 days when I've only played 5,000 to 6,000. That doesn't feel accurate. This video's approaching an hour, a little bit quicker than I thought. I kind of just get pulled away into the gameplay. Especially, I've got one of those songs I was talking about from that coffee playlist. There we go. Raid Neptilius, Trust Rising in the background. I'm very happy about that. It's gonna make me happy. But man, it's just a great vibe. I'm listening to it. I'm really enjoying it. It's got some violins and some trumpets in it. Or maybe, man, I'm not gonna lie. I really don't know the difference. I could not tell you just by listening. Maybe by seeing a trumpet and a trombone and a clarinet and all that. There's so many different instruments. I don't. Maybe if I saw one, I would be able to identify it. But just hearing the sound, I definitely cannot identify and distinguish and differentiate instruments. So, anyways, something that sounded like a trombone or a clarinet or something. It's just going crazy, along with the violin in the background. Smooth. because that's why I'm enjoying them so much. They'll be smooth and they'll be giving me calm energy and making me like a calm, soothing, happy vibe. But at the same time, I'll be doing the stank face. I'm like, oh wait, this is hard. This goes hard. This is good. Like I could get hyped to this. Oh man. Alright, I gotta go all the way back across the way. This is what I was talking about earlier. My ingot storage just getting full, a little bit overflowing. But I also don't use the back ones at all because it's difficult. I probably should simply just use the back storages, but ayo. That ain't even ayo. Oops. Alright, pick that up. I'll probably have to share some of these songs one day. I don't think that would be violating anyone's terms of service, just giving them a proper shout out, just showing the cover of like the single and the album. I can't actually showcase any music. That's not what I was trying to say. I was trying to say screen share the picture of the song so that you guys could see the song's name, the artist's name, the album's name for your guys' self, so you guys could go check it out. Some good vibes. So as you guys can see, I just run up and down the base, doing all those facilities that get me XP, and then I'm gonna go right back to it actually. Y'all know the deal, y'all know the vibes. I sent, shoot, did I send an expedition out? I sure hope I did. I wasn't paying attention. Don't, just ignore that, y'all. Ah! I've been stuck there more than once, funny enough. Let's see if they respawn. They should have. Yep, I see eyes. Yep. So I'm actually going to show rating from the other side this time, just so that this can be a really useful, really valuable video for anyone who decides to stick around the 1.5 to 2 hours that this video is going to take. So, let's go to the flamethrower. And then on this next staircase, that's where the guard will be. Oh, never mind. Normally, there's a guard right there. But same thing as the other staircase. You just want to aggro, get the attention of the guard on this staircase, and then look at that. Look how many people they're going to pull your direction. So, if you're level 65, and your attack stat is maxed, and you've got a golden schematic of a laser Gatling gun, and all of that nonsense, y'all do not have to worry about, about all these people coming towards you, all these NPCs charging you and gathering up like this. You actually prefer it that way because you can stack more EXP. Alright, that's pretty cool. A little fire oh, yeah. That was... Started out hot, went out crazy, went out down bad. Anyways. So just depending on what level you are and what loot you have is how you should attack this rig. So, oh look, he has loot underneath him because I didn't collect their loot the first time. How funny. So, just keep that in mind. If you maybe don't have golden schematics to make legendary weapons and you're not level 65, maybe play it a lot safer. Maybe play it a lot further back. Maybe don't attack so aggressively because I don't have to worry really about getting hit. It would take a lot of consecutive hits to take me out, so I'm really not worried about it versus if I was level 55 or level 50, I would have to be playing this a lot differently. Even level 60, I'd have to be playing it slightly differently. But I don't know, I guess you could be level 1 with a maxed out attack stat because of elixirs, right? Or is that not how that works? Really not sure, to be honest. Alright, I just wanted to clear everyone on the stairs. Whoops, I didn't see him, I forgot. And then I'm going to go back down and clear out this room. I did not clear this room. And then, again, as you guys can tell, there's normally a chest back there, but there's not a chest because only the NPCs have reset so far, not the loot and not the turret. So I know I'm really harping in on that, but that's pretty much one of the main mechanics of this run. It's the fact that you can get the NPCs to respawn. Again, I probably shouldn't have stood there and had a one-on-one fight with that Syndicate Crusher, but it was a lot smarter that time because there was a lot less risk. I had a full shield and there was no one else shooting at us at the time. And then also, again, that was the chest we just opened for the multi-guided missile launcher schematic. Remember? It just hasn't respawned yet. So. My music just stopped. What is that about? Let me check that out really quickly. Listening to Faucet Failure by Ski Mask to Slump God, and now it won't play. Well, I just had to end up skipping it. That stinks. Alright. I was just paused and didn't want to play. Then I pressed skip. Okay. Wonder what he was doing. So then I pressed skip and it worked. And because I have the window really small right now, I'm not able to press rewind. I don't know why Apple Music is only giving me the skip option at the moment. Hurts, but I don't think I'll be able to get these guys to level 65 in one video because I forgot. During the later runs, it takes like about one, or during the later levels, excuse me, it takes about one run per level. So every time I do one Syndicate oil run, I get about one level onto the Neptilius. So I don't think I'll be able to capture the entire rig run in one video, or the entire grind to level 65 in one video because I don't want to make a 2-hour video. My brain is already cooked. I already keep losing my train of thought left and right. So, wait, I already cleared all this, right? Yeah, see, I keep losing my train of thought. I'm lost in the sauce, y'all. Did the rig just reset? That is not correct timing. Wow, the rig just reset. That's hilarious. Alright, we take it. Nah, I'm game. Oh crap. He kind of pinned me in the corner, yo. Alright, hold on. This is actually less than optimal. No, because if this was the level 60 rig, I die immediately. But look, because this is the... Oh, I thought there was a dock down here. I was mistaken. Alright, well, because this is the level 55 rig, I actually have a chance. So, put on another good Ski Mask to Slump God song, so I'm pretty happy about that. Alright. I think it's called Foot Phone, so I forget what this song is called. Nice. That's so much EXP. Alright, hold on, you guys. Maybe I will be able to get a, whatchamacallit. Maybe I will be able to get to 65 on all these Neptiliuses in one video. Maybe I'm incorrect about the respawn time because they're definitely seeming to respawn at 30 minutes. Because this whole recording has only been an hour and 4 minutes long. Only, I know, that's a long time. Felt like a long time to be fair. But it's only been an hour and 4 minutes long, so I don't think that's correct that they're respawning every hour. I think they're respawning every 30 minutes, which, does that mean the loot is back? Because if I'm on a nasty timer right now, the way it keeps double respawning for me, I love that. I'll take that all day. So, Bruh. It's like they're hitting that one move. What's that called? Where you swing your hips around and you do that with your hands? I forgot what that's called. Like you're doing a little pass, like a little, I don't know what it's called. It's almost like a little dribble of sorts, you know what I'm saying? A little, I don't know how to explain that dance move. But the Syndicate Gunners is doing it. So the chest was just there for anyone who was paying attention and who remembers. For anyone who's watching, I should say. I say paying attention as in, like, if you're not doing the dishes. If you're doing the dishes while you're watching my video, then you're not really able to pay attention. But that's why I should say watching the video rather than paying attention. You might be paying attention to what I'm saying, because I talk so freaking much that there's a lot to pay attention to. But might not be paying attention to the game. Alright, now it's Bruno Mars. It's a slightly different vibe, but I like Bruno Mars. I'm pretty sure this is actually Anderson .Paak, not Bruno Mars, so I hope this is a shared song or I'm gonna feel really dumb. I just heard the beat and I was, is he in there? Nah, Bruno's definitely in this song. I don't ask for much. What's this song? Just want what's there. Fire and desire. Yeah. I think this is the shared album Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars did together, right? The Silk Sonic, is that what was it called? Super Sonic? Shoot, I wish I was a little bit knowledgeable, more knowledgeable. I could just pull up the tabs, but I've got OBS open as well, and I'd rather have that open so that I can see how the recording is going rather than the music tab. So I've got that one behind the OBS tab for anyone knows how PC stuff works. Who's shooting at me? Found her. Oh my. Y'all need to calm the freak down. Yo, who are you freaking stancing up on? Back your ass up, son. Get teabagged. Excuse me. I lost my temper for a moment there, gang. Sorry about that. That Cinerab knock frustrated me. Stancing up on me like he's 6'2". Step down, son. Watch your freaking language. Get lapped up. It's like when your little brother tries to step up on you, talking about, oh, I'm grown up. Mom says I've grown a lot this year. Oh yeah? Hold this shit. Hit that fool in the stomach. Anyways, let's get back to being appropriate and family friendly. Try to be mostly appropriate and family friendly, but I don't want to ever have a channel that's kind of like exclusively family friendly, you know. I try to remain mostly family friendly so that I can reach a larger audience, but at the same time I don't ever want to feel like I'm being forced to monitor what I'm saying. Sometimes I like to just speak my mind freely or be silly, so try to be family friendly, but it's not something I stick to. It's always, when the video says, is this content for kids, I always say no, based on account of what I say. I want to be able to use curse words and stuff like that without worrying about negatively impacting a certain audience. If y'all read the description in my profile, that's one of my goals, is to positively impact the gaming community. So I would hate to be delivering the wrong message to the wrong community and negatively impacting someone. That would not be good. Go take out those turrets real quick. Wow. I mean, is that not cheesy? Come on, guys. I mean, what? Like, come on. It's as cheesy as it gets. Alright, and then since... What? Did I go back this way, right? Yeah, alright, nice. I'm like losing track of where I'm at on the rig because each time I've raided the rig, it's turned into a double raid. So I've had to like turn around. This is gonna make for really good content now that I'm thinking of it. This is a double respawn. I don't know how to say that. Double raid. This is a double raid. Oh man, hold on. I was like, the cleaner is beaming me, and the freaking Syndicate Crusher is beaming me. I was like, I gotta lock in, but it ended up being fine. It's a double. Would love to see it. And I don't think I cleared over there, actually. Yeah, I could get him again. That was really, really fortunate timing. This is gonna make for a very high density content video. A lot of content to be had in this one video. A lot of syndicates eliminating in this video. A lot of syndicate boobs have been eliminated. A lot of pals of syndicate boobs have been eliminated. Low on ammo, so I was trying to make sure I hit mostly headshots. I never go over here. Is there like a chest back here that I missed? Nah, there's not. I mean, I only gave it a pretty weak look, so there could be, but... Nice, I'm pretty... Oh, man. Killed all my momentum. I was trying to bounce off of it. Ayo. It's not that bad, but still a little bit sussy. See, I want to be able to say, yo, like, I find that funny, and I don't think that's appropriate to be saying in front of kids. They're going to be commenting, what do you mean, yo? Mind your business, bro. Where's your mom?
Why did he say yo? I didn't know. What was he saying? I asked him.
Man, shut up. Come on, bro. Ruining the joke. Just taking out all these turrets just because, honestly, there's really no great reason to take them out. You don't even get EXP for it. Worker Saline number 7, she must be doing the gold assembly lines. That's pretty much the #1 way you can decrease your pal's sanity. Pretty sure. I might just do 3 triple raids in one go, because if I've got this timing down, that it's doing a double raid, dude, it's like clearing the rig twice in the time, I guess not the time that it takes to clear it once, it still takes the same amount of time, but like, the fact that I can clear it twice and then go back to base, and then come back and clear it twice and then go back to base, just the amount of time it's taking, there's like, because when I only clear this rig once and go back to base, there's always like 16 eggs or 12 eggs instead of 20, versus when I clear the rig twice, there is the full 20, there's the full amount of eggs, you know, which just feels optimal that way. And then also, sometimes when I clear the rig once and go back, I did it quicker than 20 minutes, so all the giant eggs aren't ready to pull out of the incubator yet, you know? Versus when I do this double, it takes me a little bit over 20 minutes. It takes more like 30, it's seeming like. So, this might just be the way to go. I might have to run it again, is what I was going to say. Syndicate Crushers are cowards. They have their pals tank for them way too much. Do I have 12 leaf funks yet, y'all, or did I need one more? I think I already got my last one. Yeah, it was glowing gold, but that's fine. I still want to capture them because the leaf funk crest. Yo. Nice, the chest respawned in here this time around. That always throws me off when it spawns them right back in front of you. Oh my god. I better catch him, dude. It said 80%. A pal that takes great care to maintain a stylish stance. Did y'all see that description? That's hilarious. Yeah, told y'all, look, worker saline. I told you she was working on the gold. Worker saline 7. That's a very stressful task. It depletes their sanity super quickly. That's why I've got Heart of the Immovable King on all of my worker salines. I think every single worker in my base has Heart of the Immovable King. I think with the exception of the breeding pals, and maybe I think even the ranching pals have Heart of the Immovable King. I think literally everyone in my base. Because I don't ever want sanity to be a problem, and then that's why I've got 2 Japanese hot springs on every single... Bruh. Stop! That's something why am I reload? Bro, alright. Come on now. That's enough of that. You need to hang out in that spear for a little bit. Anyways, that's something I've been talking about in my videos, trying to get better at, is releasing 1 shot at a time. I feel like that's a skill that can be pretty valuable when it's time to capture pals and you're trying to get its health as low as possible. You don't always have time to put a mercy ring on in the middle of a fight. Sometimes you'll be fighting and you didn't expect to get any cool pals at all, and then all of a sudden you find a cool pal. That's happened to me before. I was fighting an alpha pal out in the wild, and a freaking shiny pal spawned right behind it. Or it spawned with it, excuse me. It was an Omascal. So when I went to go catch the alpha Omascal, you know how it has 2... So let me show you guys something. On this island, for anyone who's done it, sorry if I'm spoiling it for you, just skip ahead if you don't want to see this. A lot of these alpha pals that you have to fight, they have like 2 pals with them. So this Nifia will be alpha, and she'll have like 2 Nifias behind her. So when I went to go fight Omascal, however you want to pronounce that, one of the 2 Omascals behind that Omascal was shiny. So I was like, what in the world? So, I mean, I guess I did have time to put on the Mercy Ring in that situation. So I guess this is a bad example. I just wanted to share that story. But sometimes, y'all, you will find yourself in a fight where you're not able to put on the Ring of Mercy to get down your opposing pal's health to 1 the way you want to. So you have to be prepared to just do 1 shot at a time to get it as low as possible without killing like that. That's why that's a good skill to have, but I didn't use a great example. Alright. Alright. It's embarrassing. I don't know how I didn't see the hunter. I was not paying attention. That's how I didn't see the hunter. Alright, I think that's the whole rig. I think if I go back and do eggs and do base chores, I'll come back to do the rig and it's going to double respawn on me again, I bet. So let's hurry up, get into the water and get out of here, because I think I took slightly longer this time because I was doing a lot of explaining and chit-chatting as well. So let's hurry up and get out of here. I'm going to try to do something I did earlier that was hilarious. I hit the PIDF officer on... Hello? Dude, these Neptiliuses are ready to go. These Neptiliuses are not playing around, son. These Neptiliuses are no joke. These Neptiliuses are like, let me at them, dude. I am ready to fight a Blazimus. Alright, let's drop off all this loot really quickly. By the way, for anyone who's a real one and been watching since the very beginning, which I doubt anyone's been watching long enough to know this, unless maybe if my channel gets super popular, then people will go far enough back. But I used to not collect keys, and now I collect keys. I did end up finally making that change for anyone who's been a long time viewer of the channel and started watching my first couple videos where I used to just throw them away. But I don't know, it's still so wasteful. So finally, I mean, it takes up one inventory slot, right? And how long is it going to take me to get 9,999 keys? It's going to take a really long time, so I just ended up putting 2 keys in my chest, one of my chests. So that's funny. I did a double raid, which took a lot longer, and look, there's only still 15 eggs instead of 20, so I think this just makes my case in point even more. I think there would have been like 8 eggs if it would have been a single raid possibly, so really excited about that. I think it was 16 the last time actually, wasn't it? So I should have known that it was going to be that much. I'm going to do this floor. I'll do the other floor on the way out. The first floor, excuse me. All of the workstations is what I'm talking to. Multitasking here, listening to music and trying to tend to these workstations, so I'm not explaining myself fully. I'm going to do this floor's workstations first, and then I'm going to do the third floor's workstations, then drop my eggs off, and then on the way back down I'm going to do the first floor's workstation. I think I mentioned it in another video, but recently I updated / upgraded the storage of those 2 stations there. I was getting maxed out on wood and coal, so put some advanced chests instead, and that's been really enjoyable. Is that a saline up there? Yeah. Whatever, she's still working, so I'm not mad. I don't really care what's on these. I just need them for condensing. Pretty soon here I gotta start paying attention to how many are left, excuse me, so that I don't overproduce them, because that'll be a little bit wasteful. Then I won't really have anything to do with them. I could just give them to someone else on the server, but no diamond passes other than Savior. Let's see, Savior. Alright. See, these guys, they have a 250% boost, and they are nocturnal. So, they get to 21 eggs every time. Why the 250% boost? Because each one of them has Philanthropist, which is a 100% boost in breeding speed. So anytime you assign them to, watch, if you view their details, when assigned to a breeding farm, speed is increased by 100%. So their breeding is 100% faster because they each have that passive. So since they each have that passive, they're 200% faster. And then I have a fully condensed for Aloha. And a fully condensed for Aloha makes your any pals who are breeding at your base breed 50% faster when it's fully condensed. Which I could show you guys the partner skill, but it doesn't specifically say 50%. I just know that from doing prior research. But please correct me if I'm wrong, because I have not touched up on that in a while, so pretty sure it's a 50% boost, but I could be incorrect. Always happy to be corrected, especially if backed up by evidence. Alright. So, man. Next time around there, we'll have that Neptilius fully condensed. That's crazy. Alright, yeah, so we don't need too many more beacons. Next time around, we will... yeah, we'll we'll wait for it to get full, and then we'll also take the 2 breeders, because I need 22, and I don't need those breeders, I don't think so. Or, no, we'll need to take one of the breeders, but, I don't know, I'll probably, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what I end up decided to do. Because they'll make 21 eggs, and I need 22 eggs, so I may as well just sit there and wait for a 22nd egg at that point. Oh, but wait. I have a bunch of eggs incubating already. Never mind. Next time I grab a batch of 21, that'll be enough. Expedition is not done yet. Expedition takes 39 minutes, so that double run took less than 39 minutes, I'm pretty sure. So, that's pretty optimal. Alright. Nice. Just making sure none of the loot got stolen. Alright, let's do one more run. Whether it's a single run or a double run, I'm getting cooked. And it's pretty much dinner time for me. So it's gonna be... Oh wait, I forgot I gotta do the first floor, dang it. Dinner time for me after this run. I gotta go prepare dinner for myself and my dogs, so... And let's try to burn through some of those ingots, because my goodness, my storage is getting overflowed. Then again, I'm not using the back refined chests up there. I'm being really lazy, so. But when Salines craft these things, they give great EXP too, so that's cool. I don't think I'll be able to get these Neptilius level 65, because I could if I wanted to, because I've got some training crystals, but I don't want to waste the training crystals just for the sake of the video. But I'll probably clickbait. I'll probably say how to train a Neptilius from level 1 to level 65, even though it'll be from level 8 to 63, 64. It won't be the full 1 to 65. Oh wait, is there not enough room in here? Less than optimal. Alright, I guess that's how that'll have to go. I'm gonna have to sell all of those nails pretty soon here, because I don't need them. So. Alright, I think that was everything I needed to tend to on the first floor, and then let me put this stuff that I don't need away. Voice is getting cooked. Alright, and let's hit it one last time. Hopefully we can do one more double raid, that'll be nice. That would be optimal for sure. So the first raid, none of the chests will be respawned, and then for the second raid, if I get to hit another double raid, hopefully the chests will be respawned. Cool, so I see red eyes right there, and I see red eyes right there. I'm gonna let him see me. Yep, I don't care. I don't care who sees me. I want all of you guys to come running this way. And then I've got 500 extra bullets for this laser Gatling gun, so... burn some rounds, baby. I want to see how long I can go without taking any damage at all. Let's see. I'm also going to be trying to be quick at the same time as trying not to take any damage. It's a double challenge. Take as little damage as possible and speed run as quick as possible, because I would like to try to kill as many of the syndicate boobs before the rig respawns, because when the rig, or resets rather, when the rig resets, then I don't know if they stay. I think they disappear when the rig resets. Maybe they stay and it doesn't matter whether you kill them before the rig resets or not, but I don't know, I'm just trying to have as many of these guys eliminated as possible before the rig oh, I took some damage, darn it. Before the rig resets, because that'll also just make it easier on my fighting as well. Because when I'm in the middle of fighting and then the rig resets, normally it can be a little bit difficult to recover from that. I gotta jump off the rig and reposition myself and whatnot. But I'm still gonna try not to take any damage, even though I already failed and took some damage. I'm still gonna try to take as little damage as possible. Normally I always pick up everyone's loot, but today I'm just gonna try to see. Not today, I meant this run. Because if I have to double run it, I'm gonna have to go back over the entire rig anyways, so what's the purpose of picking it up this time? I'll just pick it up my second round. That's kinda what I'm thinking. Missed a lot. Missed a lot of my shots, unfortunately. Was that? Oh, never mind. Crazy. I thought I saw the chest in there, and I was gonna say, was that where the chest was last run? I don't remember it being there, because it was not there last run. I was just seeing things. Can't use these to catapult off of, which I'm always slightly disappointed about. Keep burning laser gun ammo. And normally I take time to catch the lead punk, but I'm just gonna eliminate that dude as quickly as possible. And let's get that veteran in the corner. Ayo. Thank you for your service. Oh, he's not even a syndicate veteran, he's a syndicate interceptor. Now I feel like an idiot. That's embarrassing. I know I normally catch the lead punks, but again, I'm trying to be quick. I will take the key though, it's already right here. Nice. They're all level 63. Dude, if the rig resets, I can... Yeah, I do. That's remember where it was. Oh, man, I should have hid behind this a little quicker. I forgot. I was trying to take no damage. Dang it. Took some damage again. Failing this challenge because I'm trying to compensate at the same time. But, yeah, dude, if this rig resets, I'll have all these guys like 64.5. Like I was telling you guys earlier, the rig gets you about 64. Oh, what am I doing checking for chests? I know there's not any chests. It hasn't reset yet, damn it. But it gets you from about level 64 to level 65, so it's a lot of EXP. If I can get everyone up to like 63.5 right before it resets, that would be great. It looks like they stopped smelting ingots at my base though, because I stopped getting passive EXP on the left. Oh, that's a bummer. Or, I mean, just... Oh, okay. Parkour. When I'm getting large amounts of passive EXP like that, it's normally because ingots are being smelted and whatnot, but when it's lower amounts of EXP, it's normally like watering other things in the base. You guys let me know what working suitabilities and chores at the base reward EXP. I'd be interested. I think that bottom Neptilius I might be able to get level 65 if this turns into another double raid. That's crazy. I've pretty much never seen a Wixen drop a technical manual. I had a Wixen drop a technical manual in this video. Wait, I took more damage. I'm being dumb. I'm not even following my own rules to my own little challenge. I was like, oh, try not to take any damage challenge, and then I'm just duking it out 1v1 with the Crusher. That's not the challenge. So look, I want to make him shoot and then avoid all of it. And I want to... Oh no, I didn't time it right. I still got hit. Alright, I'm just really bummed. Dang it. But I barely got hit that time around though, so that's really good. Alright, I gotta be careful because when I was in this corridor, this is where everyone respawned last time. Also, I always wait for that guy to spawn his Takato so I can eliminate his Takato as well for the extra EXP. Same thing with this guy's Wixen, but he always spawns his Wixen in time, so. Yeah, I'll be getting everyone pretty close to level 65 in this, so I won't feel too clickbaity about the title, honestly. Oh, there's no chest there. What am I doing? I really won't feel too clickbaity. It won't be from level 1 to 65, but level 8 to 64 and a half. Might just have to be good. I hope right when I get to like the last couple members, then the rig resets. So after these two, once I'm finishing up down there, I hope that's when it resets, but it's all good. I also hope it resets in front of me so that I can see whether or not the members, how does it work? Do they respawn if there's people already in that position? So there's 2 people in that position? Or do people not respawn in the positions that are already filled? If that makes sense. So I hope to be able to see that. Like, let me see if I can articulate this or explain what I'm trying to say. Right here, there's always a syndicate cleaner. If the rig resets while he's sitting there, would there just be 2 syndicate cleaners, or would the rig reset and there'd only be 1 syndicate cleaner? Therefore, you missed out on the EXP of one of the syndicate cleaners. Whereas, if you would have killed one, then the rig would have reset and you would have gotten to eliminate the second one as well. I hope I'm explaining this concept clearly. I hope this makes sense. Just gonna blame it on my brain being cooked, honestly. I've been recording for 2 hours. I've been complaining about my brain being cooked the entire... That's only 1:36 right now, it's only 2 hours. This rig might turn into a double rig too, it's crazy. I think I've burned well over 500 rounds by now. Alright, right after the Syndicate Crusher, if the rig could reset, that would be completely optimal for me. Also, yeah, if this guy could get to a more clear line of sight, that would also be optimal. I think I am just going to wait though, because I do know the rig is ready to respawn very soon here, right? So that was the last guy, so if they could all just respawn in 20 seconds or so, that would be great. Had to sip some bev. Oh, Ballin' by Roddy Ricch. That came out when I was in high school. How's it going? Alright. I think that was the entire rig. You can respawn now if you would like, please, rig. That normally, oh, is that it? We lagged a little bit. Is that the respawn? Please? Those normally, I thought those two were going to spoil by the time I get home, so. I started getting passive EXP again. What happened? Did the Blaze House go back to smelting, or is that water in? Alright, I guess I can start walking back through the rig and picking up loot while we wait for the rig to respawn one last... Oh! It reset. Right? Or did I just not kill that guy? I thought I killed him. Whatever. Must have been someone that got stuck out in the water and then just spawned back up here, maybe. How many bullets have I burned through? Only like 700. Alright. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to go pick up loot from eliminations while I wait for the rig to respawn. If everyone respawns right next to me, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm definitely gonna have to take some damage. I'm not gonna be able to keep up that challenge. Dude, what are these freaking, like, little... There's so many little crumbs, like little dust particles right next to where my mouse is. What even are these? Where did they come from? Please don't reset now while I don't have my hand on the mouse. That would be egregious. Alright. I'm all good. I did not time this one as well. Maybe I should have taken my time clearing the rig so that, why are just a couple of cleaners respawning? What is that about? Should take my time clearing the rig though, so that it would have respawned at the end of me clearing the rig. That way it would have been timed perfectly. I'm trying to put myself in a better, or at least a decent position for when the rig resets. I don't want to get too pinched, too bad of an angle. You know what, maybe I will just go back to base really quickly to put a bunch more items. No, because then I'm definitely going to end the video. It's already been a 2-hour-long video. I don't really want an over too long video. Oh. I'll wait like 30 more seconds. Twenty more seconds. I like this strip. Looks really cool. From the Ultra Kill collab. Pretty sick. Oh, that was more than 30 seconds. Whoops. Just waiting for the rig to respawn and it just wasn't. That's fine. I'll just go. I will be looking back at the rig though, and if it respawns while I'm leaving. Nah, I don't think it did. Alright, well, I'll do a little bit more chores on the way. I mean, honestly, I'll probably just end the video right here. There's nothing much more for you guys to see. I could go back home and, how much is this level 30 worth, huh? I didn't even see how much it was worth. It's like, because I'm gaining EXP passively. Some chickpea over here. But I think I'm actually going to end the video here. There's pretty much nothing else for you guys to see. You guys have already seen me in this video go back to the base more than once now to just do a bunch of chores on the bottom floor, the second floor, third floor, and then I do the breeding chores on the fourth floor, excuse me. So I think I'm actually going to end the recording here. This is how I have been training my Neptiliuses to get up to level 65 for the Blazement re-raid. They didn't quite make it to level 65 in this video because I'm going to end the video here, but they are literally one more, one more oil rig raid away from being level 65. If I just go back to base, do all my passive chores like my giant furnaces, my crushers, my, what's on the third floor? Shoot. Or no, the first floor. I forgot to do the first floor. My assembly lines, my weapon assembly lines. If I just go do all those chores one more time and hit the oil rig one more time. Why is that chickpea drowning in the back left? Bro, you're taking shine away from me. Shut up. Anyways. If I just go do all those chores and hit the oil rig one more time, all the Neptilius is going to be level 65. And that's actually what I'm going to do right after I go make some dinner for myself and my puppies. But I don't want to do it in this video. It's going to be like a 2-hour and 15-minute recording, and I don't want a video that long on my channel. I feel like that's maybe not entertaining to watch anymore. Then it's a little bit repetitive. This is a perfect documentation of leveling the Neptiliuses, because I think I did some Neptiliuses from like level 57 to level 65, and it took so long on the level 60 oil rig, and it's just been so much. This video, final thought, closing thought. This video has been to showcase that going back and forth between the level 55 oil rig and the base during a breeding project and doing passive chores, doing that has been so much more rewarding and so much quicker in my personal experience than doing the level 65 oil rig. So I just wanted to share that, and now I'll end the video here. Thank you to anyone who watched. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I appreciate y'all as always for tuning in, and I hope y'all have a good one. Peace out. I'll catch you next time. GG's.